Okay, so we're going to look at rearranging formula when finding to find the angle. So the cosine rule, you can either substitute straight away into the cosine rule, in which case the formula I'm about to show you might not be necessary, but I think it makes it easier to rearrange it and then substitute it. So this is the cosine rule formula. To rearrange it, I want to make cos A the subject. So because there's a negative sign there, I'm going to add 2bc cos A to both sides. I then get a squared plus 2bc cos A equals b squared plus c squared. I'm going to take away a squared, take away a squared. So then I have 2bc cos A equals b squared plus c squared minus a squared. And then I divide by 2bc. That gives me my formula. This is what you need to copy into your book. The rearrangement is fairly straightforward, and you could do that in an exam. So it's technically not a new formula, it's just a rearrangement. But when you're working out the angle A, it's much easier to use this formula. So let's look at how we can use it. Just a side note is, again, just textbooks and revision guides will show you 3 different versions. You don't really need to know 3 different versions. You just need to know that A should be your unknown side or angle, and then you could just use that formula. So find the value of x and y. So y will be in the second question. So the first question, we want to find x. So you can see we've got 3 lengths. We have no angles given to us. So you figure out which is your A. Well, your unknown angle is there, so your length A will have to be that one, and then your B and C, it doesn't matter which side you choose. So this will be a squared equals b, sorry, that's the wrong formula already. You're going to write cos of x equals, now your B and your C are going to be those two, so it's 1.1 squared plus 1.3 squared, take away 0.7 squared over 2bc, so that's 2 times 1.1 times 1.3. Okay, so x is, get your calculator out here. So fraction 1.1 squared plus 1.3 squared, take away 0.7 squared over 2 times 1.1 times 1.3. That's x, so you're just going to change that into a decimal as 0.8426 and so on. And then we are going to do cos inverse, so do not round that on your calculator. So shift cos inverse answer, and you should get 32.5. This is asking for the nearest degree, so that just becomes 33 degrees. So it equals 32.5, and then that rounds to 33. This is your answer. Okay, second example here. I want you guys to have a go with that. It's practically the same question with different numbers. Keep an eye out for the lengths. Okay, I'm going to go through it now. You should have got 44. Here is the working out needed. So what I expect to see in your books when you do the work is there should be a line showing which sides are your A's, and then the other 2 sides you don't need to do. And sometimes it's helpful though, if it helps you can do it. So you can go through that in your own time, and your homework today is to complete this sheet. I've cut some questions off this, and to finish this for tomorrow, and then after that, that is all of the trig rules done. Now we're just going to look at problem solving questions where they're mixed up together. Okay, subscribe, leave a comment.